Thanks for tuning in to Unbreakable with ChrisChamasiros. I talk about politics, sports, and entertainment to keep you well-rounded, what's going on around the world. If you don't like hearing the truth, definitely don't tune into this channel. So let's get started today. So the Chicago Bears quarterback, Caleb Williams, he's a cream puff. It's always the big elephant in the room. You know, the guy that likes to paint his fingernails with nail polish pink and purple, who jumps into the stands to hug his mommy after a bad game at USC at a press conference. I just want to go home and watch my shows and cuddle with my poodle. And I'm not a Bears fan, so I don't care what they do. But don't the Chicago Bears with Dick Butkus, they have this aura of toughness? And then the GM drafts this cupcake, Caleb Williams. I love all the excuses you hear from ESPN, Dan Orlovsky, you know, making excuses. Oh, he's going to be, give me a break. What is the most important quality in the NFL being a quarterback? Yeah, your arm strength is important. You know, all the mechanical stuff is important. Tom Brady didn't have the best stuff to play. He didn't have the greatest arm. Obviously wasn't the fastest. Obviously wasn't athletic. But guess what? He was a leader of men. And the reason why he was a leader of men, because he was mentally tough. And they saw all the work that he put in. So when your teammates look at you carrying yourself a certain way, it creates an intensity in practice, and it also makes everybody step up their game. Do you think Caleb Williams inspires anybody? Do you think a real man, football player, offensive lineman, is going to be inspired by Caleb Williams' play to play harder or better? Oh, let's not forget last year, this is NFL offensive lineman, his own lineman, went to the head coach and were like, we want you to bench him. When is the last time you've ever heard something like that, where his own lineman threw him under the bus? So I'm making it up, right? I'm a Caleb Williams hater. When he played at USC, the Pac-10 is not what it was back in the day with Ronnie Lott, Junior Seau, Mark Carrier, Dennis Smith, where you had great defenders, like legends of the game. Absolute Hall of Famers, studs, you name it. That's what USC had. And there was a lot of guys in a division like that. When Caleb Williams played at USC, the defenses are atrocious. So he can run around backwards for 10 seconds and ad-lib and do all that garbage and throw the ball up in the air, because that's what he did most of the time. He wasn't a three-step drop from underneath the center like in a pro set. Just total garbage football. And you know why he got away with that? Because he played in the worst, it's a Power 5 conference with the worst defenses that you ever seen in your life. Like every game is 54-90. Man, let me know when I'm exaggerating. Horrible defenses. And you think he's going to get away with that in the NFL? It's a little cupcake. That's what he is. He's a cupcake. You remember the old Karate Kid? Hey, Johnny, you're a cupcake. That's what Caleb Williams is. Let's watch this video. No, you're a cream puff, Johnny. Not a cupcake. You're a cream puff. That's what he is, a cream puff. Let's watch it again. He's literally 10 yards away. He can't make one throw into the net. He doesn't step and throw. Step and throw. You know, something we all learned in Little League when we were 6. He's flat-footed, throwing the ball. He doesn't step forward. No, you know what? He's just so wonderful. His mommy made him believe he can wear his tap dancing shoes onto the field, and he's just going to tap dance around everybody and throw the ball up in the air, and it's going to magically complete itself. He has no mental toughness at all, this guy. Zero. And I'm not just saying that because he had a little freak out attack that he didn't get one ball in net. I mean, that's whatever. But this guy is not good at all. To be the number 1 overall pick, first overall pick in the draft? Oh, my God. Can you imagine he came out the year of Troy Aikman, Dan Marino, all those types of NFL quarterback? He would have went in the 5th round. He's been garbage ever since his USC days. The conferences are terrible playing defense. Terrible. USC's defense is Horrendous. With a capital H. They give up like 800 yards a game. That's who he's practicing against on a daily basis when he was at USC. Of course he's going to look like a stud. What do you think, Ronnie Lott's back there with Junior Seau? Give me a break. This guy's a cream puff. You think these are monsters of the Midway? Oh, yeah, Caleb Williams. He really makes the Bears really intimidating to go play with at Soldier Field. Oh, no, Caleb Williams. He's going to have his pink nail polish on and cry to his mommy when and jump up into the stands for a long... I cannot stand this guy. Whoever drafted him, after seeing all that, they always talk about intangibles. Does he have the intangibles? Does he have the intangibles? Everybody's tall. Everybody could throw the ball. Everybody could do this. And they talk about the things that you can't see, right? The things that you can't measure. Your heart, your desire, your dedication, your toughness. Who the F drafted Caleb Williams? You saw all these like over-the-top emotions. You really think that he could lead men in an NFL locker room? Like, who pays these people to make these decisions? Because I know one thing. If I was on the Bears staff and somebody wanted to, I'd be like slamming the table. Absolutely not. No effing way. I wouldn't draft this guy with somebody else's draft pick. You see where I'm going? So let's watch this video. The Chicago Bears had a scrimmage today. I kind of got to do a reaction to a reaction video because this is the only footage I could find of it for some reason. So let's jump in. That's all you've seen at USC, too. He runs backwards. He reminds me of Tim Tebow. Tim Tebow used to do the same thing. Running back. Every time I saw Tim Tebow take a snap, running backwards with his back to the line of scrimmage, I wanted to puke. Should have just been a tight end. Caleb Williams does the same exact thing. He holds onto the ball for 5 to 7 seconds every play. It's not going to work in the NFL. And here's the problem. Every now and then he does something amazing and magical. Everybody's like, oh, it's too soon to say he's a bust. Look at his talent. Okay, if you do one good play out of 120, it's just like everybody wants, especially when they have these female sports reporters, they just want to say something positive, even though if you looked at it objectively and stopped making excuses for his behavior, for his play, you would already come to the conclusion that he's an absolute bust. Every female sports reporter today I heard, oh, it's too early to tell. You know, they made excuse, I mean, just give me a break. Why, because he paints his fingernails?
Oh, no. The dogs are coming after him. The dogs are coming after him. That was the dogs coming.
I'm going to stop with that because I forget his name, but I don't need him talking in my video. But you see the point. If you turn the ball over one time in the NFL, every game comes down to one possession. Pretty much every game, unless it's a total blowout. But the majority of games come down to 2 plays, 1 possession. You know, how many games have you watched that you're like, even a shitty team's playing a good team, and the game goes down to the wire, and if you make the play, you win. If you don't make the play, you lose. You can't afford to turn the ball over even one time in the NFL. Caleb Williams is a turnover machine. He's a cream puff. Bottom line, he's not a leader of men. And for that alone, I would have never have drafted this guy. Who does he inspire? What real tough NFL football player is like, man, I can't wait till Caleb Williams lines up under center. We're going to play physical today and kick people's ass. Nobody says that. Nobody. Whatever. Hey, the Bears deserve whatever they get. They wanted to draft this type of guy. All the warning signs were out on the wall. You just decide, you know what? Screw it. Green light, we're taking them. Caleb Williams, here we go. And the Chicago Bears deserve whatever they get. The guy is mentally fragile as they come. And I made a video before he even got into the NFL saying the same things I'm saying now, that he'll be an absolute bust. But the guys that get paid millions of dollars in the NFL that study 500 million hours of game tape, they couldn't see the intangibles of Caleb Williams. Nope, they just couldn't see it. Nope, we're going to take him anyway. We're going to turn him into a man. Is that before or after he painted his fingernails pink and purple and wears dresses and all the other garbage that he does? Yeah, really inspires men in the locker room. Keep up the great work, Chicago Bears. With that being said, thanks for tuning in to Unbreakable with Chris Chamasiros.